Welcome to Not Like This. Not Like This. From professional wrestling, horror films, and everything in between. Strap in. And now your hosts, Dale Zawada and Jim Snedeker Jr.
Too big, too strong, too fast, too hard.
Too good.
Too hard.
Stacey King. See, now that just reminds me that this is going to be Neil Funk's last season announcing for the Chicago Bulls.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I thought he was already done announcing for the Chicago Bulls.
Me too. And isn't it great that we get this last farewell season? I'm excited. I'm going to watch some Bulls games just for that. It's like I get a second chance.
I totally would if I had channels that played that.
You don't have shit. You don't have the
I have like
Superstation.
Channel 9. I have Channel 9.
Fuck.
Nope, I don't have TNT or TBS.
What's Channel 10? Because I know they're on Channel 10 all the time. What is that?
I think that's 26. That's the U.
WMAC Masters or something.
Basically, yeah. That's basically what it is.
I think that's what the WM something. But yeah, well, you can still watch them on WGN
Okay.
or whatever channel you get.
Yeah. I can see some Funkster matches. Some Funkster showdown game sports balls.
Hopefully it's just not sad because it's like he's retiring because it's hard and he's old. He's gonna be forgetting everyone's name. I just hope it's not like that.
Yeah, I feel like Johnny Red Kerr was forgetting a lot of stuff at the end. When he was on his way out.
Exactly. But Stacey King will be there to help him out. Those two.
Yeah. What does he have in his playbook now, Stacey King? He doesn't have. There's no D Rose. There's no.
Oh, he's giving all these fucking jabronis nicknames.
There's no Jimmy Buckets. There, what does he got?
He's the Lithuanian lunatic. Funk. Like he's gonna give them all fucking stupid gimmicks. It's gonna be great.
There's no Brad Miller with the slowest head fake in the world.
I think it's still happening. Oh, basketball. Hopefully I can go out and play basketball one more time before this weather completely fucking turns heel on us, Jim.
The weather was weird today. It was like pouring rain, and then the rain let up, and it was nice outside. I went and ran 2.05 miles.
Oh.
In a new personal best record.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
My knees don't like it. My ankles and feet like it even less. You know what's bothering me is my Achilles tendon that goes from your calf muscle down to your heel. Mm-hmm. That's what's bothering me a lot.
What is it doing?
It hurts. Yeah, it hurts, and it's like really tight, and it feels like it's going to explode.
Oh,
all the time.
That's still good.
Yeah,
I think you're like it's tender. You're like,
well,
it's like it's gonna snap.
It's tender normally, and then anytime I walk, it feels like it's gonna just tear in half. But it's been like that for 2 years. It is. I just say it's sore.
Do you just ever think like this next step could be the one?
I do. When I get up in the morning, it's the worst. When I get up in the morning, that's when I'm like, holy Jesus. And the thing is, there's nothing I can do to make it better. Like normally when you step gingerly, you step on the front of your feet, on the balls of your feet, but that's what makes that hurt worse. So, and then when you just walk and you like hit the strike with the ball of your heel of your foot rather, it still hurts, just not as badly. It's like the tension from having to run on my toes almost for so long because I have bad knees. Mm-hmm. Now my Achilles tendon's all fucked up. It's like Jake Peavy when he was on the White Sox and he's got a bad shoulder, so he's got to throw weird. Now he blew his back out. His back fell off. Like anytime you got a little injury, then you get it just goes down the chain. You get an injury somewhere else.
And you're still running?
Yeah.
With this?
Of course.
Jesus. You're like, gotta get the cardio in. It's like, fucking. Do something else.
Well, you hear how much celery I eat when we play Overwatch. I got to keep running.
So much celery. Cracking.
Yeah.
Cracking on that.
Crunching, crisp, fresh celery.
It's cracking on that MXC3 BK. Cracking.
What is that?
Whatever fucking mic you have.
Oh.
Hey bro, what kind of mic is that? That's your Snowball or whatever the fuck, bro. You're like, it's MX1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can sick of that yet, huh?
Cool. And they always, because it's like they want to know, and then you tell them, and they're like, I don't know if he's fucking with me because that just sounds like a bunch of gibberish.
Yeah, I tell them every time, and then sometimes they look it up and like, wow, that's expensive. I'm like, it's not that expensive. It's like $150 mic. Like as far as broadcast microphones go, it's about the cheapest one you can buy.
Yeah, I mean they sell the headsets around like that price too, so it's not like it's a different tier. It's like it's the same tier of shit, just a different type.
Sure, yeah. I mean, and it's not like I said, it's not like a $400, $500 dynamic broadcast mic. It's just like the cheapest one I could afford, and I like it. I think it sounds pretty good. But a lot of the reviews I see of it are shitty. But everyone always compliments me in Overwatch.
They sure do.
I wish I need a little sound effect every time someone says something that I can play. You know, like maybe like at the I don't know.
I mean, not that one though.
No, yeah, different one.
So I went to the mall today, Orland Mall.
Right.
This guy. I'm just gonna let you know. Paint the picture.
Went to Cheesecake Factory.
Went to the cheesecake. No, they do have a Brazilian steakhouse there though, which I find strange. Every time I walk in, I'm like, what the fuck? There's no one ever in there. Not once have I ever seen anyone through that window. Because I'm looking. I got my fucking nose against the glass like, nope. All right.
Just look in the glass. I smell meats.
But yeah, Brazilian steakhouse there. They have the massage chairs. They have the charging stations. I'm sure you've seen this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, ooh, it's put $1 and I get a massage. So I go up to the massage chair, not to get a massage, just walking by it. And I see something on the seat. So what is that, a fucking turd? Look like a small turd. I was like, I'm gonna get it closer.
Oh, okay. Could be feces. Let me get closer. It's got to be old. I can't smell it yet.
And I reach out, I pick it up, and it's a little.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. You don't get to tell me I thought it was a piece of shit, and then the next thing you just say I picked it up.
Well, I saw that it wasn't a piece of shit.
You left that
else.
part out.
I pick it up, and it's a very little airplane bottle of Southern Comfort. Some SoCo.
Wait, if
on this
it's
fucking
still
massage
brown,
chair.
Still brown, so it's got liquid in it.
Oh yeah, it's full. It had the protective seal and everything. I said,
That goes
this?
right here in my pocket.
I was like, I should throw this out later in my mouth.
Yeah, I'll throw this empty bottle out on the way to the car.
Bye. Yeah, and it was so somebody clearly was like, I'm gonna get this massage going, and what'd they have in their pocket? A little SoCo. I forgot to check for that.
Damn,
I got you.
That's the alcoholic bottle too, the little shooter one.
Yeah, when you're at the mall at fucking 1 p.m. on a Monday. Yeah, you shouldn't have that.
I mean, but that's when you buy them. You're at the front checkout, and they got all those little. We know you just need a quick shot of something real quick because you're in a drunk. Want a little bottle of whiskey? Just a little shot.
Just a little bottle of whiskey.
Glug 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 glug. Throw it away.
They also at the mall. They have fucking sushi there. Kung Fu sushi.
Kung Fu sushi?
Kung Fu sushi.
Isn't sushi from Japan?
That's what I was gonna get to.
Kung Fu's from China.
Yeah, those are two different things. So careful that place, I'd imagine. It used to be a smoothie place, and I was like, okay, we're selling the smoothies. Let's see how sushi does, I guess.
They should just do generic Southeast Asian cuisine. We're not going to tell you what. It's fried, and there's animals in it, and rice.
Have you ever seen the sushi section at like a Jewel?
Yep.
That's what this place looked like. It just looked like that.
You know what though? I've had some of that. I was fine when it was over.
Same here. I got down on some jewel sushi.
Yeah, I think we had it at D&D once, didn't we? I don't remember.
I'm sure we did. Things got real fucking weird. At D&D and food, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking shrimp, potato chips, just the weirdest shit. Popcorn that's got prayer psalms on the back.
I brought some keto fudge. That'll make you shit your pants on the way home.
The fucking keto fudge. Absolutely. See, that's what I'm talking about. D&D and food.
Yeah.
Name a better team.
You can't.
Can't do it.
I've eaten a lot of Chinese food playing D&D too. It's weird.
I could see that.
Talking about Asian food, D&D. So you went to Kung Fu Sushi.
I didn't eat there.
Oh.
But I saw it and I got real close. I put my nose against the glass.
And then you touched it to see if it was shit or not.
Get those California rolls. Huh?
Is this a shit?
Right.
Let me touch it.
There wasn't even a worker there. I was like, I could just take this. I wanted to.
It's the honor system. You put your debit card in the cup. Maybe you get it back one day. There's just a little gremlin on the other side that just takes the debit cards.
Where the fuck was I? Oh, I was at the shooting range. And I needed some targets and shit. And I didn't have any fucking cash on me, so I had to pay with the credit card. And he's like, all right, just
I hate that.
Yeah, and I felt bad. I apologize every time, like, sorry, normally, sorry. And he was just like, yep, that's fine. Just stick it in there. And and then he's just like, hey, that's what she said.
Wait, he that's what she said at his own thing?
Yeah, and he also said it in a very creepy way. It wasn't like, that's what she said. He was just like, yeah, that's what she said.
He got all quiet.
Yeah, like, I don't like that.
You're like, where's your other hand? He's like, my gun.
It's like he knew he was going to make a joke that was sort of risque. He's like, oh, maybe I should be quiet with that one. But that only made it worse.
Hey, stick it in there.
Hey,
that's what she said.
That's what she said. Here, go get your targets now.
Hey, let me go. That's what she said.
That's what she said. That can be really, really creepy. And then I lit those targets up. Just blah. It's Glocktober, Jim.
I don't feel safe next to you. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Glocktober. So you brought your Glock.
Brought my Glock.
I don't blame you. It's Glocktober.
I'm looking to see accessories for that. I'm like, no, I need that. Here's a tip. Here's a fucking tip.
Okay.
For anyone maybe thinking about getting into firearms, because it's fun. It's fun to hone that skill and all that kind of shit. But you're like, all right, gun's kind of expensive. Ammo, also expensive, and you need a lot of it. All right, fuck. I sure would like more than one magazine, because reloading the fucking magazine every time, that's kind of annoying. So maybe I'll get 2 or 3 of those so I can enjoy myself. Don't ever get a third-party version of that magazine. Just whatever gun it is, if it's Glock, if it's Smith & Wesson, that's who you're going to buy it from. That's the one that's going to go in that gun. Don't fuck around with, it's a cheaper one. People good reviews on it. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Now, there are, like, for the 1911, the race guns, there are, like, some high-end 1911 magazines. That's different. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Glock magazine. What is it, like $40?
Probably.
Okay. And you're like, oh, well, there's a schlock for 23. I'll get the schlock. And what's the difference, right? It's only life or death.
Yeah.
This is not like guitar strings where you're like, I mean, what if it breaks? Who gives a fuck? Like, oh, well. You're like, well, what happens if this magazine doesn't feed right? I die? So?
Well, I'll tell you, it'll jam up real fucking good on you.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
And that will piss you off.
Yeah, at the range, it'll piss you off. When you hear a bump in the night, you get eaten by the nothing in the darkness.
Yeah. So be careful with that shit. Just bite the bullet and just pay the manufacturer for the fucking thing. It's okay when I do it.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, put that in your tight 5. Just put it right in there. Oh, Jesus.
Oh man. So Jim, I wanted you to educate us with this musical topic.
Oh,
Because the
God,
other night,
cannot wait.
I'm about to set Jim fucking loose.
Oh,
And we're gonna
Jesus.
expand on some
Oh,
shit
Christ.
from an Overwatch conversation.
Oh,
Because
no.
Jim found a song with two very popular artists, a little collabo.
Oh,
right?
gee.
So
Oh, God.
It's collaboration time.
Oh, yes.
And it's one that probably should be very good. Not really, kind of bad good. Jim will go into it. But then I want to talk about other collabs that should have been awesome, but didn't work out. And I'm sure you'd have some examples. But first, I mean, we got to talk about R. Kelly and Usher.
Oh, my God. Yeah. So I'm trying to learn this Usher song called Caught Up from Confessions. I'm going to do like an arrangement of it. I want to play that song. Not with Dad Bod, different thing. And so I'm down I'm down the Usher rabbit hole on YouTube, and I see this like the next video that pops up is this song that I don't remember at all called "Same Girl," which is a duet between Usher and R. Kelly. Now, if you know anything about R. Kelly, you know that you probably don't ever want to freely admit to being involved with the same girl that R. Kelly is, because there might be charges waiting for you. And the song, you could clearly tell it's written by R. Kelly because the lyrics are terrible. And like in the chorus, or it's more like the pre-chorus, R. Kelly keeps referring to this chick as my potential wife. And my potential wife. And like...
Yeah, and that was a weird part of the song. The
Over
whole
and
song
over.
is weird as fuck, and everyone should listen to it. But yeah, so they're like, "Oh, I think we're dating the same chick." That's fucked up, and they're singing about it in that R. Kelly way.
You work at TBS? Oh shit! Like
Oh, shit.
the fucking lyrics are terrible.
But that was one angle that like baffled me. It's like, "Oh, we're dating the same chick." It's like that's weird. He's like, "That's my potential wife," and I was just like, "That's your potential wife."
Yeah. It's like,
for
really?
you.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna settle. You're ready to settle down. I could see that. You're old. I'm young. So the lyrics just get. You know how like later era R. Kelly stuff is. It's just him having a conversation with nothing. There's no rhyming, and he's just he's singing
Yep.
well, but he's just singing. There's like no flow to it. He's just singing just like a conversation. It's like if you took everything we just did and auto-tuned it, like that's how his songs are. And they start getting into these like weird specific things. She got a tattoo on her leg. Oh no. And the other guy's like, oh fuck. Oh shit. She work at
shit.
TBS. Oh shit. Like
She drive a Prius. Damn.
Yep. That's what she told me too. It's like what. And then it seems like in the middle of the video, he's like, we're going to make her look really stupid. We're going to both show up and like fuck in front of her or something. Like it seems like they're going to fuck each other.
They're bros.
They're like, hey, we're going to show her. What if we suck each other off? It doesn't happen though. They just go to sort of trick her. And then it's like, oh, she has an identical twin. You guys look silly. It wasn't the same girl. I mean, it could have been, honestly, still could have been the same girl. And she's like, hey, twin, I need your help. I've been
That's
fucking
an
these
R.
two
Kelly.
dudes.
Ooh, hey, M. Night, move over. We have R. Kelly. Now that's a twist. It's like the
And my
twist. She's
potential
still out.
wife. And the way he looks when he
Your
says it, like,
potential wife.
don't forget about this part. She could be my wife one day. And Usher's like, yeah, right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot about that part. Oh my God. I love Usher though. I love Usher. And just please don't do anything wrong ever, Usher. You're basically like all I got left.
I think it would have came out by
I got
now.
like him and Stevie Wonder and that's it.
He fucks too much for bad stuff to have not come out at this point.
That's a good point. It's and then I had to watch like Trapped in the Closet. I had to watch all of these other shitty R. Kelly.
2 hours later.
Yeah, and he's
How long was it? Did you actually watch it?
what?
The Trapped in the Closet shit series. The miniseries that is trapped in the closet.
I just watched the first one.
Okay.
But I think that's like 7 minutes or something.
Nice.
He was a really good singer, and he like I Believe I Can Fly. That was his biggest hit, I'm sure. A lot of crossover success there. It was in a movie. It sort of made sense. You could sing it along to it. It wasn't like trying to sing some weird conversation in a crazy person's head. And he also wrote You Are Not Alone. And those songs always sounded similar to me. And they sort of were big around the same time. But I'm like, man, can you imagine if you had written You Are Not Alone? And you're like, I'm going to write me one of these two. Oh, and it's going to be a huge hit. You could just not work ever again.
It's true.
And get married to a chick from Atlanta.
Oh, shit.
She work at TBS? Like, it was so specific. She work at TBS? Oh, shit.
So, music. He's the music man.
Well,
any other collaborations?
I could think of a
Eat shit.
You said a collaboration that should have been great but wasn't, and I can think of some. Like Michael Jackson had a couple. He had one with Paul McCartney. A couple with Paul McCartney. One of them was on Thriller. One was just a single, and those were, they were kind of like corny. And then he had one with Stevie Wonder that was on Bad. That was just like, okay.
Damn.
But you wanted to, well, it's just, it wasn't like you imagine, oh, Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson sing a song together. It's got to be the greatest song of all time.
Yeah, I don't even know that song. I feel I should know that song.
Yeah, just good friends. It's not bad. I don't like to talk about it anymore. But he, do you know the song Bad was originally supposed to be a duet with Prince? And Prince said, no.
Prince,
wait,
you little shit.
I have to say Your Butt Is Mine to you? No, I'm not singing that.
Was that really why? Or is that just
according to every story I've ever heard about it?
Oh, okay. That there. No.
And he's like, look, you don't need me to make this a big album. It's going to be a big album. I'm just going to go over here and fuck women. So Prince, that never happened, that collaboration.
Damn, that could have been.
I can't think of one. The one I'm thinking of right now that is probably one of the worst songs ever, especially when you look at the amount of albums and records and singles that these two artists had that were successful, and then how terrible, fucking awful this song is. You'd be surprised. But the caveat is no one ever thought this was going to be good. So it wasn't a surprise that it was terrible. But when you heard it, you were like, this is rather awful. Metallica wanted to do a collaboration with DMX.
Ooh, during the height of DMX, I imagine.
During the like this, very close to the height, like a little bit after the height. We're talking like 2002-ish. Okay. Like his height was probably what, 2000, 2001. He's still huge, right? It wasn't like he had fallen out of the public eye or anything. But it was like, yeah, it's just we can't make it work out. So their producer was like, well, there's this other guy, Ja Rule. We can get him. And they're like, fuck it. Let's do it with Ja Rule. And it's really just like this couple of Metallica riffs just looped over and over, and like James yelling like one line, and then Ja Rule has, I don't know if there are verses, honestly. It's been so long since I heard it, but it's called We Did It. And the chorus is,
this is a real song?
Yeah, the chorus is,
oh,
yeah, we did it. That's the chorus. Yeah, we did it. I think it only got played on the radio on like a show, where it's like, listen to how bad this is. We're going to play you a little clip of this song. I don't think it ever got played as a real single. But God bless America, is that terrible and should never have happened. And you don't hear a lot about it. You don't hear either party mention it too much.
Yeah. It's like when somebody in wrestling has that big success, and they're like, we're never going to mention that one gimmick I had previously. Okay, we're here now. It just didn't happen.
I mean, and it's not just because it was like rap and metal, right? Because you had Public Enemy and Anthrax collaborated, and that shit was awesome.
So this was like Linkin Park would do this with Jay-Z later, pretty successfully, I think.
Yeah, this is like, however, you imagine how critically received that was, like whether or not you like it, how successful and well liked that was. This was the opposite of that.
This wasn't even X-Pac heat by the sounds of it. It was just, it didn't exist heat.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus, I don't think they ever played it live together, which, God, that would have been gold to watch that.
So I have one.
Okay.
Fred Durst is featured on this Korn song. Oh yeah, I'm talking quality shit here.
Is this Children of the Corn? Or is this the other one? Because they had one on a Korn album and one on a Limp Bizkit album.
I think it's All in the Family.
All in the Family. That's on a Korn album, I think. I think that's on Issues, maybe, or Follow the Leader.
Because it's Halloween time and that kind of Korn music will pop up, and I'm like, yeah, let it ride. And I was like, oh, Fred Durst, that's good. Oh, interesting, whatever. I'm not a hater. And then I turned into a hater because that shit was fucking awful.
Is that the one where
really bad?
Where Jonathan Davis tries to like rap and like shit on him?
Yeah, because it's like a little kind of rap battle, except for it's these two. So it goes how you think it does.
Yes. All in the Family is on Follow the Leader, which Follow the Leader was the Korn album that it came out freshman year, like right before freshman year of our high school, right? So it came out like Britney Spears just came out, Eminem just came out, and this Korn album smashed the shit out of everything else on MTV. And the rule that you remember the rule on TRL would be like after a certain amount of time they had to retire the video.
Yes, I do.
Korn was the reason for that. Their video for Got the Life was #1 forever, and they're like, that's it, we're retiring it. It was the first retired TRL video. So it wasn't Britney, it wasn't NSYNC. It was Korn first.
I would have been hot as fuck if I was Korn. I was like, what are you doing?
They loved it.
You assholes.
So yeah, this came out the July before we started high school. And
Hogan, you're too popular. We need to
fucking
sit you down.
Blew up. I mean, it launched them into the ionosphere, brother. And the first Limp Bizkit album had already been out by this point, and they were getting a little buzz. And I think it's the summer after this is when the big Limp Bizkit album, the one with Break Stuff and Nookie and all that on it, that one had another one where they collaborate. Let me look that up. So yeah, I remember this. It's really Fred Durst is what it is, but he's more of a rapper than Jonathan Davis, and he's like talking shit to him, and Jonathan Davis tries to like battle with him, and it's just rough.
Yeah, is the other one better? Their collabo.
It sounds it makes more sense, I think, on Significant Other. That's the name of the album. That it makes more sense sound wise on a Limp Bizkit album, I think. Like it just fits their format better than Korn.
It's just the fucking lyrics of this goddamn song. Like at the end of it, he's talking about licking his dick, and Fred Durst is like, "What? What
it's not on there." Children of the Corn. Man, I swear there's a song called "Children of the Corn," and I
think that's just like the chorus or whatnot. I don't know if that's the name of it.
No, it says "Follow the Leader." Was it? Oh, was that like maybe that's like a repeated lyric in that song or something?
Probably, I think so.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that's a rough one. Trying to think of some other ones that just.
What about in pop? Will Smith? Cool. Does Will even collaborate a lot? He just steals or samples. But it's
I
usually
like how
just
you
him.
pretended to misspeak.
Whoops. I had a
Well,
whoopsie.
I think I don't know that he brought Stevie Wonder out at the MTV Awards to play piano on his own song. On I want to say it was like Sir Duke that they used for. No, it wasn't Sir Duke. It was fuck. I can't remember the name of the Stevie Wonder song that he sampled for the Wild Wild West thing. But I can't think of a collaboration. We're looking for shitty ones, right?
Yeah. Great artist, shitty tag team.
I can't really think of any because they either worked. I didn't like them, like Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow. That was a little,
Because I think if they're bad, they just get swept under the rug. Like, ugh. All right.
Yeah,
So we both like Eminem because we're old white guys.
Yeah,
has he any bad ones with him and folks that jump out?
Not that jump out immediately where I'm like, oh, I remember this one. Yeah, this was bad. I remember him doing one with Jay-Z. I think he did one with Limp Bizkit, or like DJ Lethal was on a D12 thing or something, and then they had a really big beef.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
I think he was shitting on Everlast, and they like Everlast, and then he's like, shit on you too. Have fun. Here comes the shit storm. No, I think he had one with 50 Cent, but it made sense. It wasn't like a shitty one. That's a fun one though. There's one with The Game and 50 Cent, and then like right as that was getting huge, I feel like time-wise, they got into this huge beef. I don't think it ever got resolved. But then like on one of the biggest songs with The Game on it, 50 Cent's on there. So that's odd. I'm trying to think of some that were shitty. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I think there's a song called Children of the Corn that's got Ice Cube on it. I swear,
Yeah.
Ice Cube and Corn.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about now. I'm not making this shit up.
Yeah,
it's called Children of the Corn. But as soon as I
that
typed in Children of the Corn, it went to the Limp Bizkit one. But yeah, no, they have Korn has a song called Children of the Corn with Ice Cube on it.
Yeah, that one was a weird one. I like it because it's strange.
I like it a lot. I mean, not a lot, but it's not like the Limp Bizkit one. Enough. I like it enough. You hit it on the head. If they're bad enough, like the only reason I know about, I wouldn't expect a lot of people to remember the Ja Rule Metallica one, but I'm a Metallica super fan, so I remember it. But I've even, like, people that I know that like Metallica more than just casually, like, do you remember this? And they're like, no, I don't. I'm like, oh, it exists, and I'll pull it up for them on YouTube. Yeah, we did. And they're like, oh, shit. Like, there's a reason I don't fucking remember this. That's hot filth. Oh, that's a bad one. Terrible.
Okay, so, Jim, last week, I think it was, we were talking wrestling video games, or the week before. Fucking Chikara came out with a wrestling video game. Just out of nowhere on Steam. Boom.
Browser based? Oh.
Boom. Yeah, right.
It's a fucking Flash game that runs in your browser.
Now look, you can tell it was developed by like 2 or 3 guys, but they did work. It's a nice little game. It's not really for me. It's a little too arcadey.
Okay.
But I like the spirit of it, and they have a mechanic in it that I loved. It was a called spot mechanic where every now and then the game would be like, hey, do a strong grapple next. And if you did it, you get a little bonus or health or whatnot. And I just thought that was fucking cool as shit.
That is cool. And I would say, in their defense, arcadey and Chikara makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
they're very like I don't know how to put it, like a very fiction oriented. They got a lot of goofy gimmicks and shit over there.
Yeah.
So that should fit pretty well.
Yeah. But if you're a wrestling fan out there looking to scratch that itch that exists because WWE 2K20 just it's just looking real good, give this one a shot.
They NFL'd us. The NFL made that deal with EA. Like no other NFL games by any other developers. Just us and EA sucking each other. And then you just get the same shit every year. Maybe it's a little better. Maybe it's a little worse. Maybe the graphics are a little better. And then every once in a while you'll get like a sort of like a fine line where it's like, no, this one is dog shit compared to the next one, and then they do the next one like 3 or 4 more times in a row before they make a big change.
Yeah. It's the difference with Madden. Madden's at least a decent base game. Like the mechanics are what you need from a football game.
And there's more riding on it. Like it needs to be a decent base game harder than the WWE game does.
I don't think that's true. I see your point, and that is why it's acceptable to people, but not for me. It's just like, no, I need to be able to wrestle in my fucking wrestling game.
Oh, I agree.
Sorry.
I just mean there's more at stake for them. Like, wouldn't you say Madden is probably EA's biggest title every year?
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, of course.
And I'm
top
sure
of the food chain, WWE's bottom of the.
I'm sure WWE is not 2K's like in their top 5.
They got the NBA game.
NBA, they got hockey, they got baseball.
Hockey.
Do they have soccer, or does EA do
know.
FIFA?
Well, this
FIFA's
is
EA, right? So I don't know if 2K has a soccer game.
So yeah, give that fucking Chikara game a go. It's got a fun create a wrestler mechanic as well. Just nice. It's nice that there's wrestling games.
What are we looking
Giving it
at?
a
We're
go.
looking at a dime spot. What are we talking? $30? I'm out.
It was 22 or something.
I'll wait for the summer.
You can wait for the summer. Where are we at now? Late fall?
Late fall. Summer, it'll
Shit.
be $6, right?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe even the holiday sale. You never know.
Yeah, Christmas time.
Merry Christmas. So, last Tuesday, Chris and I went and saw Sara Bareilles live at the United Center.
Jesus, do you guys have a fucking punch card with this broad?
Now, you listen here. We've been wanting to see her since 2014 and never got a chance, or, when there's like an event or a comic or someone you want to see, and then you find out about it way too close to the event, and like you got other plans, you don't got the money together for tickets, right? And then they're gone. So we waited 5 years before we could see her. And then we saw her in April. And then we saw her again last week. It was really neat because the shows were so completely different. You're talking about a show that holds 500 people tops, and really intimate, a lot of stories in between songs, which she does that even in an arena show. But the stage is tiny. There's like 8 people crammed up on this little stage. The audience is way different. Everyone there is like a super fan, right? Like knows all the words and shit. And then you go see her at United Center. I mean, that's a sports arena. There's a light show. There's all this stuff. There's an opening act, Emily King. So she was awesome.
Lasers?
Sort of. Yeah, lasers. It's like really bright lights that would shine into the crowd. And I'm such a fucking maniac and psychopath that she's playing like this song, and it's like a lot of her songs are pretty powerful emotionally, lyrically, right? Some of them are sort of just fun, but a lot of them on this new album are very very serious and very not somber, but just sort of like powerful is how I'll put it. And these lights would shine in your eyes so hard that your eyes would water. And I'm like, wait a minute. They got cameras out here. Are they fucking watering our eyes on purpose to get the shots of everyone like wiping their eyes? Like, oh my God, I can't even, it's so powerful. But I'm just like, God damn, that's so bright. My eyes are melting. I've never seen lights this bright. They weren't lasers, right? They don't shoot lasers in your eyes. And like, I know what lasers look like. I've had them shot into my eyes at numerous Bracken shows.
Aw.
Well, you don't have professionals running them, and people get blinded. These were just lights, but I was, 150 feet away, and they shine in your face, and they are so bright that it's painful. It's worse than, it's like if someone has their brights on times 40.
Ooh.
Like, have you ever been driving and someone has their brights on, and you're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
But imagine your eyes immediately start watering. It's so bright that it's like looking at the fucking sun.
Yeah, that's not.
You ever catch the sun and you're like, oh God, it was like that, but it would slowly go down and like shoot at your eyes, and then stay there for a second, and then move along on its path. And I'm like, she's fucking trying to make us look like we're all crying.
Getting all weepy.
It was an awesome show. I would go see her anytime, any place, as long as I have money.
Did you get a personal shout out?
I didn't get a personal shout out, but she was like, hey, did anyone, she actually said the wrong name of the place, but she's like, oh, when I was out here, did anyone come see me when I was at Shuba's? But it wasn't Shuba's. It's just the people that own Shuba's own the place she was at.
It's close enough.
And a bunch of people cheer, and she's like,
Hulk
no.
Hogan that
She's
shit.
like, no. She's like, it's very small. There's no way all of you are there who are cheering.
You fucking liars.
But Chris wasn't lying. Chris met her, shook her hand. It was great. It was.
How are your seats?
The seats were pretty good. They were in the 100 level.
Oh.
But they had seats on the floor, like chairs on the floor. We could not afford those. And they were
I wouldn't even want that.
It wasn't in the round.
Front.
It wasn't in the round. It was like all the way to one side, like a normal concert. And we were like the opposite end of the stage. But the seats were good. The sound was really good. Usually in a big arena, the sound is it's loud and there's a lot of bass, but it's kind of shitty sounding. The sound was awesome. The light show was really good. It's not like going to see fucking, Lady Gaga. It's not like that kind of a stage show. But it was cool, the set design and everything. Her band is incredible. Her bass player, when we had seen her in April, she had all the musicians that played on the album. The bass player and the drummer from the album were there. This is a different bass player and drummer. But this bass player, she wrote a musical called Waitress. And she does this like little 20-minute Waitress mashup that is forever going to eat up valuable Sara B concert time for me. I'm not going to get to hear some of the superfan deep cuts, but that's fine. I get it. He sang a duet with her from the show. The bass player did. He sang like an angel. He had the voice of an angel. And then he's like, oh, hold on. Let me set this bass down. I have to go play the viola, which is like a slightly larger violin, but it's tuned like a violin. It's not tuned like an upright bass. The intervals, the strings. Mm-hmm. So it's like a completely different animal. And then he played
talented guy,
like a bass guitar and then an upright bass. Yeah, super talented. I mean, her band was fucking amazing. It was a spectacular show. I was really excited that there were tons of young people there. I didn't expect that, and I think a lot of that is because of the musical of Waitress. She grew her fan base by a big chunk there.
What are we talking? 1824?
Oh, 13 to 18.
Oh,
yeah,
13, 18.
High school
That's a
kids.
key demo. That's a key demo too.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the musical theater nerds. They love that shit, and like she's one of them. She's always been one of them. You know, she's always been one of those musical theater nerd people. But now she's like Tony nominated and hosted the Tonys and, you know, starred in her own musical for a little bit of the run. And so she's the fucking real deal. It's crazy, Dale. It would be like if you, man, I can't even think of a good like sports analogy or anything. It's sort of like Bo Jackson, you know, like, oh, hey, I'm probably the fastest person to ever play both of these sports, and I'm playing them at the same time. Like he was dominating in baseball and football before he got hurt.
Crossover.
It's like that crazy to be, you know, to have like the pop thing.
So it's like when Michael Jeffrey Jordan was the best at basketball and said, I'm going to be the best at baseball. And then he was the best at baseball.
It's almost that good. Nothing is that good.
Nothing will ever be that good.
Nothing will ever be that good. But to write, here's the other thing that's fucking crazy. So you're a musical artist. You've been playing in high school and you're in musicals and stuff. You go to college. You're in an a cappella group. You're writing your own music, trying to get a record deal. You get a record deal. You're slugging it out. You get a single on the radio. You're slugging it out. You get your second album out. That's a good one. Third one's nominated for a Grammy. Like all this happens over the span of like 10 years. And then your first musical, first of all, someone's just like, hey, can you write a musical? And you're like, sure. And then you write one and it's nominated for all these awards. That's nuts.
That's pretty nuts.
And one of the songs from Waitress, She Used to Be Mine, it's a great song. It's probably one of her top 10 best songs. It's a great song. But part of me knows
like the Waitress stuff.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I know that's such a huge success that's always going to be in every set she ever plays. And that's going to take away chances of me hearing like any sort of like deep cut stuff that she might surprise people with, you know? Like it's just taking spots away from that.
Gotcha.
But I'm not salty about it. I'm just, you know, I sort of missed my chance to hear some songs live ever. It was great. She's amazing. Every time I see her, I get inspired. So it's 2 out of 2, 100%. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I gotta go start writing shit.
How's that going?
Best. It's going good. It's going really good. Things are calming down. It's fall. So things are going to start picking up with Bold Hearts soon. I've just been sort of like, I got a bunch of shit ramped up. I said, we're going to have this single out this summer. God damn it. We had that single out this summer. And then I just sort of went into hibernation. And then like once Scott's ready, bam, I'm awake. And then we're right back at it. But in the meantime, I'm writing some more shit. Love it.
Sweet.
So someone just subscribed to my channel on YouTube.
Sweet. All right.
Their name is Awesome Sauce 666.
That's a very legitimate user.
So shout out to you, Awesome Sauce 666. Now, one of the people that subscribed to my channel, did I show you the video that they posted? It's just them with their phone looking at someone's picture and going like,
No,
okay.
No, that sounds terrifying. Don't
it is.
say that
It's
to
like
me.
they got one video and it's that.
no.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
No, I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it. You're correct. It is terrifying. I'm gonna make you watch it at some point, though. I have no idea who it is. And there's really no way to figure it out. That's the other scary part. I got no way to figure out who that person is. And it's not like some Russian troll account, you know, because that would just be, it would be like a hot chick and there'd be like a link to her Venmo account in there or something. This is just like some weird, goofy username. And then their one video is really disturbing.
It's just a guy.
But it's not Awesome Sauce 666. Dale,
Jim.
you can tell me a little bit about this blood? You
This
all right?
blood?
You okay? You
Yeah, I'm
posted
all
a
right.
picture
Yeah,
on
that
Instagram.
was just blood effect tests.
Oh,
I'm fine.
thank God.
Thank you for your concern.
Looked like you got fucked up.
Yeah, Jim fucking got hot at me the other night. It's like, hey, Dale, you want to talk about your short film? I'm like, yeah, I'm working on it with some people doing some tests. And you're like, you're not gonna tell me about your fucking project. You almost dropped a fucking, don't you know who I am? I was like, oh shit, Jim's getting hot.
I wasn't gonna drop, but don't you know who I am? But like, hey,
Jim's
I even
curious,
know
though.
because I said if it's top secret, that's fine. Just tell me it's top secret. I'm posting these bloody videos, these bloody pictures on Instagram.
I
When
love
you
doing the
first
blood
posted
test.
that though, and I scrolled up, and I'm like, oh shit, he got fucked up somewhere. Like too many people on the court or something. And then I'm like, okay, well then you did a great job because you had me convinced that someone bashed your face in.
Caught an elbow at the basketball court.
Caught like 5 elbows. Like a bloody eyebrow, bloody nose.
Good. Well, I know that worked then.
Yeah, if you're not
That's a
following
success.
Dale on Instagram, go follow him right now and check out that
Yeah.
blood.
At Dale Zawada. Yeah, just working on a horror short, basically as a test to test all this equipment that I've got and to test my capabilities. So I'm gonna do a little horror thing. 'Tis the season, Jim.
That's always fun. Like I do a cover arrangement of a song, record it and mix it just to see what's going on, test some things out.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think it could end up being pretty good. You've been to Mason's before. You know his alarm when you walk in, it's front door open.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's useful, huh?
That's kind of the backbone of this.
I know he's got a very scary basement.
He does. There's a lot of frightening elements at
A fucking
be had.
scary basement door, even.
So yep, doing that. I'm excited because everything's just coming together. My favorite part is the shot list. I had to put the shot list together, and I was like, oh, this is just how the movie's gonna look. Like this is the part. This is very important. Everyone, shut up! This is super important right now. Because like that's it. It might as well just be called the editing list. It's like that's the movie. The angles, the lighting, how you're gonna do it.
Did you
fun.
storyboard it at all?
No, I can't draw worth of shit, but I'm making it, so I just
You don't
write
need
it out.
storyboards in your head.
Yeah.
I've seen like stick figure storyboards though, where it's just like trying to. It's almost
that's
like
probably
a
what I'd do
like
if
a
I had to
2D
get it
shot
across to
list.
someone else. Yeah. It's like here's these models, just turn them.
Oh yeah, you could fucking do that with like action figures. You can take a picture with your phone now.
I want to get Mason awards. Like that's gonna be my new thing. Just getting other people over. Like, come on.
He gets like a fucking BAFTA. It's like I'm not even. He's accepting. He's like, this is probably. I'm not even in the Actors Guild. Is this a problem?
Oh,
He's gonna have more credits than you on IMDb. It's like I don't know how it happened.
It just took off. Oh fuck.
Well, I'm excited to see.
So yeah, working on that. Yeah, I'm filming it on. Let's just do this live. November 1st. It's a Friday. If you wanna come help out, Lord knows I could use it, but I'm sure you're working. Yeah.
Well, if it's during the day, yeah, I'm working.
Yeah,
of course.
But just wanted to extend that invite publicly.
Oh,
on
well,
the
thanks.
podcast
So
everyone
there's
saw it.
evidence. Yeah, there's a paper trail. Yeah, but it looks like Teddy doesn't have school that day. He must be on fall break. Yep. Oh well, I'm not.
Maybe next time. I still have to find.
There is a meeting though. We do have a meeting that day.
Oh, what kind of meeting?
Oh, a department meeting.
Oh shit. Yeah. Love those.
Yeah, it's great. They're great. They're always entertaining.
We had a fucking meeting at work, and during one part of it, I just turned to this lady next to me who I love to death, and I was like, "This is a long one, huh?" Just hoping that they'd fucking figure it out.
Oh my god, that's the one. Like, I don't really complain about my job too much. It just just the monotony of a 9-to-5 job in general is a problem for me. But my boss is super cool. He's younger than I am, and you could, if you'd said that, you wouldn't get, it wouldn't even be like, it wouldn't even be funny. Like, I'm laughing now because, like, who the fuck says that in the meeting? You're like, Jesus Christ, is this going to end sometime? If I had said that in one of our meetings, he'd have just laughed. So I have a great boss. I hope he never finds this podcast, though, because I probably won't have a job.
Ooh.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of stuff here.
We talk about stuff.
That's fun, though. That's fun. That's classic. For those of you that didn't grow up with Dale, that is fucking classic Dale. That is ripping up the detention in the nun's face. Dale. That is the Dale I know.
It's the grown-up version of it.
Yeah. That is the, man, what can you do, Dale? That is stapling your dad's nuts to the inside of his pants. Dale.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, boy.
Man. This was a good one. This was a good podcast. I'm happy with this one.
I like it. I had a good time. Halloween updates out for Overwatch. They got some cool Halloween skins. If you guys play video games, go check that out.
Check it out. Just warning though. When it says it's going to give you those prizes for locking a specific role, they're full of shit.
Yeah, you get a regular crate. You don't get a Halloween.
You get a regular crate.
You get a Halloween one, which is, kind of shitty and unnecessary.
I've been telling everybody. I posted that shit on Twitter at Dale Zawada.
Did you tweet at them?
I did.
Comcast cares, like one of those, like, hey, Blizzard, I know there's some things with Hong Kong you're probably more worried about. What's with these roll queue crates being regular crates and not Halloween?
Is there a manager I can talk to about that?
They're like, that's all you're worried about? Oh yeah, we'll figure something. Hey, here's 5 Halloween crates. Bye.
I think these guys are all right. What's
like,
the big deal?
I wish Halloween loot boxes could help us in other areas of our lives right now.
Just solves the world's problems.
I believe in love.
All right, let's plug it up and get out of here, I guess. We want to talk about football? We don't need to talk about football. People don't want to hear that.
No, I can always tell when football's going bad, when sports ball's bad in the city, because I will text a group text about, I don't even remember what, music about Old Town Road. And then everyone's like, but the Bears' biggest problem is they really need to draft a quarterback. And I'm like, I didn't say anything about the fucking Bears. And this whole group text, just no one was texting in there. I sent a text about Old Town Road, and then it just like awoke the beasts, and they're like, these fucking Bears, what are they doing? And I'm like, I didn't ask you about the Bears. I had to go back up. I'm like, did I ask about the Bears? I'm like, nope, I totally didn't.
Yeah, I sensed a lot of drinking in that text chain. It's possible. The texts were so often that it was just shaking my table. I had to put my phone on the ground because it was just like constantly rattling my desk.
It's non-stop. Like, yeah, I remember in '89 when they lost.
Follow me on Instagram at Dale Zawada, Twitter at Dale Zawada. And yeah, I'll keep you up to date on some of these projects and where to see more of that good shit.
You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/James Junior Songs. You can follow me on Instagram at James JR Music. And don't forget to follow my band, Dad Bod. We are a 90s acoustic cover band. Do a lot of grunge, alternative rock. Facebook.com/DadBodLive. Dad Bod has a show this Friday, October 25th at One Trick Pony Brewery in Lansing, Illinois. We start at 7 o'clock. We're probably going to play about 3 hours. So get on down there. It's an official Halloween show.
Spooky.
There's going to be Halloween-themed music. There might be costumes. You never know, but it's an actual Halloween show. It's technically our first Halloween show we've ever played. So come out.
And when's that one?
That is Friday, October 25th at 7 o'clock at One Trick Pony in Lansing.
Are you guys going to be wearing costumes?
Somebody
all right, guys, you got to go to this. Guys,
costumes.
You got to go to this show. That's all I needed to hear. Mm-hmm. Somebody going to do it. So, okay. That's going to do it for episode 94. Thanks for listening. I'm Metallica.
Yeah, we did it.